Hi everybody. This video is a little bit different because I just
Really
wanted to show you a little bit of the razor that I got that was different from last time and the wounded wild. I'm not sure she's dead. I think she has something up her sleeve.
It's over. You could check her sleeves if you want, but I can assure you that there's nothing hidden up there.
This was an option to pick, so something's gonna go wrong.
We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Let's check for a pulse first.
You lean down and place your hand against her neck, holding your breath as you search for a pulse, even though you know you're not going to find one.
I am so dead.
We definitely won't if you keep talking. I'm sorry, do you want her to be alive? You just saved the entire world from annihilation. Why are you suddenly trying to call that into question? Wait, what was that? You know what that was. That was the sound of a heartbeat, followed by another.
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Jesus Christ!
Something sharp digs into your side, the shock of it sending your nerves into a pained frenzy. Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs. As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
You sneaky...
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now. See you around.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate? It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you. For whatever that's worth. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Well, that was incredibly unpleasant. Okay, so I'm doing the run for this other ending, and I have to have it be violent every single time it ends. So we're just gonna go in and slay her.
The princess falls silent, her smile unwavering as you charge across the room. Okay, she hasn't pulled out a knife yet, and her hands are still behind her back. I think we can do this. I think we can win. We just have to strike now, but make sure you keep your eyes on those hands. I don't trust her for a second.
Why not? She looks really trustable.
But your focus is broken by the horrible sound of metal slicing through meat. Whose meat?
Our mate.
Not ours, right? Hers at first, then yours.
Hee.
What?
What did she even hit us with? You stare down at your chest and at the long, thin blade she impaled you with.
Well, that's not going to come out easily.
And then the red, angry slit along the flesh of her thigh, where the blade had been nestled just a moment ago. It's still lodged in her leg, emerging from her knee, hinging up and out of her body like some extra metallic limb.
Okay, that's actually pretty cool.
Bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
Yep.
You're going to die now.
Oh, okay, thank you.
With a twist of her knee and a painful squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay, now we're at the point where we're going to have a look at the wounded wild. So this time, where we're in the wild, we're going to deny her and say we don't want to be together and see what happens.
And you die. But at least you've saved the world. I hope.
Chapter 3, The Wild.
We are a path in the woods. We have no beginning, and we have no end. But something cold and unnatural sits watching us from just beyond our edge. His gaze pushes against our borders, curling them in on themselves, preventing them from stretching to the places they need to reach.
No, that's all wrong. You're not a path in the woods, you're on a path in the woods. Who's even saying that? That's not the princess, is it? Oh no. How many times have you been here? I think this is our third? That's bad. That's very, very bad. It wasn't even supposed to reach 2. If you're at 3, well, no wonder things aren't the way they're supposed to be. Let's get our facts straight. What happened last time? What could you have possibly done for things to be like this?
It's not my fault. She decided to become a bunch of trees and bushes.
The thing that sits beyond our edge speaks his logic into us. He tries to grasp at things that cannot be grasped. He tries to stare with wide pupils at that which can only be held from the corner of the eye or with a passing glance.
Shut up. The rest of you, talk. What happened? What did you do? Can she hear us if we talk?
I can hear everything, little one, but you don't have to be afraid of me. There's no place where you end and I begin. Nothing can hurt you here. Not anymore.
Oh, I like that. I don't feel so small anymore when you put it like that.
I like being looked after.
That's because you aren't small, even if you act that way. We're both so much more together than we were apart, and we can be so much more still, vast, unfathomable.
You're not mad at us for stabbing you in the heart, are you?
No. Are you mad at me for swallowing you whole?
Sticks and stones, water under the bridge. Let bygones be bygones.
Nah, not really. It all seems so petty right now. She ate you, and now you're convinced that you're stuck together. What a mess.
I don't know, man. I just needed to be eaten, apparently.
He doesn't understand. We aren't convinced of anything, and we aren't stuck together. We're one. This is how we're supposed to be. Can't you feel it?
Whatever we are right now is an abomination and I want out.
How could you say that? Look at us. We're almost everything. And we can be even more than this. Don't you feel our potential?
Great. You can start by remembering that you exist, and not just as some dissolved component of a Gestalt entity formed from you and the princess. You exist as your own self, complete with your own physical body, separate from hers.
Right, okay, I am me.
I'm not so sure about that. We were something like that once, but now? And if thinking about that isn't enough to startle you back to reality, consider this. The princess ate you last time. Stop passively vibing with a literal predator and remember that you're enemies. Remember what she's done to you and how much it hurt.
You know what, yeah, you did hurt me really bad and I don't want to vibe anymore.
We can't go back to that. We can't go back to the fear and the hunger and the pain. Not after being something as beautiful as this.
Whoa.
Doesn't all that conflict feel so far away right now? So petty? We've been posed against each other by something that understands the strength of our unity.
I can feel a thumping, a heartbeat. Like a distant terror that keeps getting louder the more we pay attention.
Please, stop. If you let it in, we'll fall apart.
Don't look at it!
Okay.
I think we should hear out whatever it is that's trying to be heard. I like to take all options into account before making any big decisions, and what's the harm in just listening?
Okay, I'll gaze at the terror in my heart.
Please, Don't make us remember how I was.
And just like that, you start to fall apart.
I can remember it now. I didn't like being eaten. I'd forgotten how much it burned. And the air was so hard to breathe. She didn't care. She didn't care at all.
All of that digging with the knife, and we didn't even get to win. That was hard work. I wanted to win. And what's the point of being part of a larger whole if we're not the one in charge of that whole? As you remember the terror and pain you felt at the hands of the princess, you start to remember something else, too. You remember that you are a distinct being with a finite form and a mortal body. You can feel it. There is a shifting of the space around you, the infinitesimal movement of your molecules rearranging back into the shape of what you're meant to be.
No! I devoured you! I won! I put things back the way they were supposed to be!
Some division, when sown, can never truly be mended. A cavernous gash rips across whatever it was you thought you were. A cabin comes into being among the trees. It approaches, and it swallows your body whole.
Oh, what have I done?
And then you find yourself, blade in hand, exactly where you need to be. At the center of it all is the princess, a wooden and fleshy heart beating with an unbroken rhythm. You're filled with a sense of purpose. Strike at her. End this once and for all.
I feel empty, don't you?
I feel safe. She isn't dangerous anymore. We could leave her. We could both live.
Well, this should be easy. If you're sure about it. I mean, what's the point of being king of the hill if there's no one around to be better than? We'd just be sitting on a hill.
Do we have to do this?
You have to. You know you have to.
I never really wanted to kill you. Not really, but we can't be the same thing as each other. I had to put an end to whatever happened to us. Cut her free or slay her. Let's cut her free first.
You devious little bastard. If you think I'm going to let you free her, you have another thing coming. And that other thing is... we'll just have to wait and find out when it happens.
Ignore him. His words only confuse us. Just do it.
He's weak. Thinks he can boss us around when he doesn't have any authority. We're clearly the ones with authority around here, so we can do whatever we like.
You're tired, aren't you?
No, I'm not. I'm... fine. Whatever. You cut the princess down from the boots that bind her. I hope you're happy. Good luck getting her out of here.
I didn't think you would do that after everything. It's so cold without you.
Oh, there you go. Oh, I'm gonna be so sorry about this next one, but I want to see the other path.
You raise the blade, taking aim at her heart. And then you strike.
I'm sorry.
Oh god, I'm sorry. We're at the cabin. Let's go have a look at her heart again in clear view.
This one is like a shadow of me, a memory of what she used to be, bound to the wounds of distance and time. She will make for a scarred and beautiful heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
Oh man, it's sad, but I'm glad I got to see this path. Come on, let's go back.
We will meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Something